Trump is invulnerable to an October surprise, but she is very vulnerable because she's the one who is still undefined. Trump has a coalition of voters made up of A, people who really do like him, and B, people who think with all of his flaws, he's still better than far-left insanity. And the voters' big doubt about Kamala is, are you part of far-left insanity? The attack ad I see 10 times a day and a question Bret Baier aimed at her on
Donald Trump's in Pennsylvania tonight doing one of his last rallies before the 2024 election on November 5th. Pennsylvania's kind of a big state. It's probably going to make or break the election depending on which way it sways. And tonight he walked out to a different theme song. Now let me see if you can guess it.
Yes, few weeks ago, Bima had predicted that Trump cannot win. But from the look of things today, he is gradually looking at it differently. He begs Kamala not to F up, and she will look bad if she loses. If you blow it, it's going to make me look bad. It didn't end there. He had Mark Cuban and this guy on MSNBC. For some time now, they have been attacking Trump here and then, especially Mark Cuban, going after Elon Musk, supporting Trump. Like we speak right now, Elon Musk is in Pennsylvania doing campaigns for Trump, even giving out a lot of money to a super PAC, campaigning for Trump. That is to clearly tells you how his mind has changed over time. If you don't know something, few weeks ago, the mainstream media put this out.
Struggles with male voters for Kamala Harris. What do you think? How do you think that's shaping up? What are you hearing from people you talked about that?
Well, I mean, it's a social media thing. I mean, we live in a world of algorithms where you get reinforced what you're already looking at. And if you're a guy and you're looking at football, which leads to something else, which leads to Donald Trump, it's not surprising. But I think the campaign is doing a good job of trying to overcome that with going out, but also getting on social and going where they are. So I think
Instead, he is here blaming social media algorithm why male voters are choosing Trump over Kamala. It is insane to hear this. I was shocked when I see this guy actually saying this. We know what social media platforms are doing, supporting Kamala. Now they want to change the tone.
Elon Musk claims his request to launch more rockets was denied purely over his support for former President Trump. And in a stunning twist today, as you said, Governor Newsom said, "I'm with Elon." The battle over SpaceX rocket launches from Vandenberg Space Force Base is reaching new heights. Governor Gavin Newsom is now weighing in on a lawsuit launched by SpaceX CEO Elon Musk against the state's Coastal Commission. Musk claims the commission is blocking him all in for former President Donald Trump, so far spending at least $75 million of his own money to help Trump get reelected. He's also used his social media platform X to amplify his support for Trump and spread bogus conspiracy theories, all of which came up at a recent California Coastal Commission meeting.
Right now, Elon Musk is hopping about the country, spewing and tweeting political falsehoods and attacking FEMA while claiming his desire to help the hurricane victims.
Here we're dealing with a company that is the head of which has aggressively injected himself into the presidential race.
But in denying SpaceX's request to increase rocket launches, commissioners also cited the way SpaceX requested permits, environmental concerns, and said their decision was based on the uncertainty of who would be running the base after the upcoming election.
This is the mainstream media. They are outlining reasons why Elon Musk had to change his mind not to support Kamala. Elon Musk snub from UK Investment Summit defended by government. This is not the first time this is happening. Elon Musk is observing what they are doing to him. So to better things up, he is actually there now doing campaign.
Why didn't you invite Elon Musk? You're desperate to get a company which sacks its employees by Zoom, but you're stiffy about the biggest car maker in the world because he put something on social media you didn't like.
Look, I'm not going to comment on particular invitations from particular personnel.
Come on, Elon Musk is not some some odd invitation. It is Elon Musk, biggest car maker in the world, richest man in the world. Why didn't you invite him?
Look, I'm not going to comment on the reasons for any specific person, but I can tell you we have 300 of the most significant investors, business figures, people who can bring significant amounts of capital to the UK. Big names, things that will make a big difference to working people's lives, and that's the criteria.
You're happy to talk to me about DP World, who sacks their workers. You're happy to invite the Saudis, who authorise the murder of Jamal Khashoggi, and they get the red carpet. Why isn't Musk being invited?
Well, I'm not going to.
This is you in opposition, isn't it? Again.
No, not at all. This is about who can bring the kind of investments that will make the biggest difference to the UK, to working people's lives. The fact that we have, I think, in 100 days...
Musk hasn't got a bob or two that he could put in a car into Britain.
Well, look, the criteria and the selection, this is a summit. I know that everyone wants to come. I do understand that. Not everyone can come, and I'm not going to... I think it would be right to go through the individual decisions for individual people, but this is about what will make the biggest difference.
Look, you understand how weird this sounds. You want people to come and invest in Britain. You want people to bring their money. Yet the one person who probably has got more money to burn and would probably like to invest in Britain, in fact, he says so publicly when he didn't get the invitation, you're deciding he's not good enough. For what reason?
No, look, if people have an investment proposition for the UK, of course, I will talk to them about it. I'm not going to go through... Look, thousands of people, Trevor, wanted to come to this summit.
Come
of course they did.
Elon Musk is not thousands of people.
Well, look, I'll simply say that the people coming, you'll see the scale of the investments, you'll see the opportunities for the UK,
Okay.
You'll see the kind of quality and depth of the engagement this new government has. And I think to individually talk about a certain person here or there... Look,
yes, when you take a look at this video, you can clearly see why these people don't like Elon Musk. Supporting Trump is one of the worst nightmares to these people because they have a different agenda. When you look at this video, it is just an example of a lot of clips I've seen, similar to this. Biden didn't invite Elon Musk, I think twice. He was ignored. And if Elon Musk was in a good country, I will tell you the truth, he will be praised every single day. But they disregard him. Reason he had to tear his way from Democrat, and I'm glad that even CNN had a segment. They had to say this. Democrat made a lot of mistakes, doing this to Elon Musk. Now look at what is going on here. Totally shameful. Mark Kuba and B. Maher had to discuss this about Elon Musk before we even go into that clip. Donald Trump calls out Mark Kuba, saying he has really low clubhead speed. According to the tweet, Mark Kuba is a loser, will not take his phone calls anymore while at the White House, and he went wronger. A weak and pathetic bully. He's got nothing going. Really low clubhead speed, a total non-athletic. Mark Kuba for some time now is going after Trump and Elon Musk.
He also tweeted, Mark Cuban and Rachel Maddow are the same person. Don't believe...
To be one of the world's greatest entrepreneurs, literally of the last century, and be in control at the same time.
Right.
Here's the difference is, people were shocked when Henry Ford, who created the modern age, went to testify on Capitol Hill. Yeah. And what did historians say? Congressmen and senators were shocked how ignorant this guy was. I don't know Elon Musk.
And an anti-Semite.
And an anti-Semite. But this is a guy who's one of the great minds of our time.
Right.
And I hate that he's in the sewer with Twitter and doing all of this stuff. Support whoever you want to support. But again,
you don't have to lie your ass off.
There's so much disinformation that's being spread.
Here's where the rubber meets the road, because this is important. He wanted to, this week, he's suing the 12-member commission, the California Coastal Commission. He launches his rockets from Vandenberg Space Force Base. We used to call it Air Force Base, but I guess now we're into Space Force time. He wanted the proposal to expand the number of launches. Okay, again, one of the most impressive companies, an American company. He wants a little more, give it to him. No. The commission, some bureaucrat, said, nope, and this is the reason why. Commissioner Carol Hart saying, We're dealing with a company, the head of which has aggressively injected himself into the presidential race and made it clear what his point of view is. Yes, because he lives in America, and he can do that.
Yes, if Elon Musk were someone, he would have just been sleeping somewhere, enjoying his money, but he's not like that. All these attacks is coming as a result of his political beliefs, which to me is insane. He has the right to choose a path he wants. He's a citizen like any other person. The only difference is that he has money. And he is ready to face these people. He made it clear, like, I understand, if Trump doesn't win, they'll be coming after me.
The worst thing that Donald Trump has ever done is divided this country. America will only be great if you...
All right, everyone, November 5th, Election Mania. Choice is yours. You can go with President Trump, Kane, and The Undertaker, or you can take Kamala Harris, Dave Bautista, and Tim Walz.
Talking about what he said before the speech to black men.
Is there a Democratic Party? Extreme left.
Trump is nearly dominating this lady in all the polls.
No, Dems are not scared to death.
Enterprise. If you are over 18, please register to vote for something else.
Are now stepping forward.
Seen before.
Trump.
I don't care if they write that. No, it was right, and you got.
I'm gonna shake it off.
It's like 73% said they're voting for Trump.
Okay, yeah.
You hired me 4 times. I tell him, I'm like, I'll just pop. How dumb are you?
Trump's running.